the operas for a female creative team to do, this is the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's so easy to for the women to become agents of Giovanni's story, and they don't have their own identities, and they are their characters in relation to the nearest man. I think that's the kind of like base point for this opera so often, that it's not interesting, and you get these tropes of the virgin and the whore and the crazy lady, and it's so generic. So I think having the three of us to tell women's stories with women's voices, rather than for men to tell women's stories again and again.
It's interesting as a woman to have to conduct the piece, obviously, because of the piece itself and the challenge, obviously, and also there's a lot of ensembles. It can be a really thick score and a big piece, and what I wanted, and that joins exactly what you're saying, I wanted to hear each character, like different layers that make one cake kind of thing. It's not a generic taste of chocolate. There's a lime, there's cherries, there's this. And I would like to be able to tune to any singer at any point.
Yeah.
And to be able to follow
Their
their story,
yeah.
their line and their colours.
Yeah.
And not to have those big ensembles that we know so well that
are sweeping, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that
it's also interesting for the design, on the design point of view, that we want to see shadows. It's not just black or white. The idea is not just crazy.
there's more to it.
There is much more behind it, and we've got to discover it.
Yeah.
And we have to dip into it and dig, actually, to see what's underneath.
They've got to travel. The characters. Giovanni's the only character who doesn't learn something,
Yes, that's right.
and that's really interesting because he, the point of any narrative is that you find a character development, and Giovanni doesn't. He doesn't learn, and that in itself is really interesting. But all of the women discover something about themselves, or their relationships with other people, or what they're capable of.
Well, maybe that's why musically the end of the opera is surprisingly in a major key, when you expect maybe the opera to finish at the point when Don Giovanni dies.
Yeah.
So it's all very dark and somber, and this is the end. But no. So that would actually match what you say.
And I think it's really important for me to find a positive in that end, because I love miserable endings of operas and theatre, and like everyone wants to cry a bit. That's great, but this isn't.
No.
And I think it's very easy at the end of Così, for example, to play the disconnect, and everybody's unhappy and everybody's looking over their shoulder at the other person they really want to be with. And I think you can do the same with this, but it gives Giovanni too much power. If he has fucked up their lives completely, then he was too important.